Hello, everybody. My name is Tucker, and welcome back to our Russian Fishing for Float Fishing series. Today, I'm finishing up a little bit here at Kuori. I don't have the bait I want to be using. I did not leave Kuori between episodes. So right now, I've got cockchafers on rods 1 and 2, and right now, rod 3 has dung beetles on it. Haven't really caught anything super amazing, so hadn't brought y'all in yet, but figured I'd get it started and kind of go over and catch a good fish, evidently. Kind of go over what I was thinking for the plans today. Probably going to go back over to Old Burg and do some bream fishing, especially since I can't get stonefly larvae for anything reasonable or that I can afford here. They're only the 300 pack, but decent lake trout there on the dung beetle. So I only have about 5 or 6 of all the baits, right? So far, the bottom rod has done absolutely nothing. The second rod, which is our medium light rod, has pulled in the Vendus, and the other bolo rod has pulled in the grayling and the lake trout and the common roach. So probably go here for a little bit more, and then we'll head back over to Old Burg, do some bream fishing. I think we may do some bolo bream fishing, see what we can get, and go from there. Would love to get to Bear this weekend. I don't think we'll get there today. I don't think we'll even unlock it today. It'll probably be tomorrow or Friday before we unlock it. And for me, it is Wednesday afternoon. So might be Thursday. Probably will be Friday, would be my guess at the earliest, unless we get a couple of good fish. Trying to decide if there's actually a fish on there or not. There is now, for sure. Okay, Vendy. So probably another 45 minutes or so before I'll want to head out from here. I didn't look at the cafe since I knew I wasn't going to be here too long. And you may see in chat I've had to drink quite a bit of tea. I may have forgotten to log out last night or hit the "Are you sure you want to log out" button. I missed this fish. So when I logged in this morning or this afternoon, my energy was at 0, my food was at 0. Comfort, luckily, was still pretty good, so didn't have to fight that too much. And when I say comfort, that's the bottom green bar. The way I look at it is energy's the top one, food's the knife and fork. Excuse me, health is the heart with the plus sign, and comfort's the sun. That's over in the bottom left there next to our XP. So we're 29,700 experience points away from level 18. I did go and have some fun at Bear on another account last night, so I'm looking forward to spending some time at Bear. Right now, our equipment's probably a little undersized, but it could be fun. I was using mainly 14, 15 kilo rods there, or reels. So I don't know. We'll see what happens when we unlock it. Wouldn't mind getting, ooh, nice roach there. I wouldn't mind getting bigger telesticks. And going out there, but we need silver before that. Right now we're 70 silver total. It's a good roach here. Probably around a kilo. 630 gram. It's actually smaller than I thought it was going to be. The 630 gram one feels like it pulled more than the 888 gram one did in Bolo. And they both have the same reel. About 21:15. I want to start packing up. I'm actually going to go ahead and start reeling in now. We'll leave the bonus XP rod out there the longest. So 7 fish, honestly not too bad for just we got some extra bait, we got some time. Let's see what we can get fish here. So probably I'm gonna say 10 to 20 silver, probably closer to 15. 12 to 15 is my true guess. Stupid bush. Probably a little bit less, right at 10 silver, but it's 10 silver we didn't have and some bait we probably weren't going to use anytime soon, so I'm okay with that. Basically covers our trip back to Burg here. And I think I'm just going to go back over here. You know what? I want to go try the rock over here today. I did take a quick look at VK, didn't see anything obvious for Bream here today. So, going off my previous knowledge, coming over here. All right, let's put a size 1 hook on here with cottage cheese dough on the bottom rod. And I want to be going right for that evergreen tree. And on this, I gotta find, I've got size 1 hooks somewhere and I don't know where. Here they are. On my walrus stick. On this one, I also want to put a size 1 hook with cottage cheese dough. Still with 1.5 meters depth. And on this one, I want to put a size 1 hook. I'm going to try garlic dough on it and see if there's a difference. I'm going to reel the bottom rod back in and actually put... Oh man, there was a fish biting it as I picked it up and it let go. Angry. I was going to, and I'm still going to put Bream mix on, but that was unfortunate timing there. I didn't have it tight. I didn't know that was happening. Looks like I do have 2 and 3 crossed right now. And we'll see if this spot's doing anything today. Probably the next thing to buy is a second bolo float so that I can switch my other rod over to bolo. And then start looking for bigger telesticks. Or at least looking, I need to look at what the weight capacity of the walrus sticks are. Ah, missed it. To see if they can support the fish over at Bear. I did not get that where I want it to. A lot of big grass carp and things like that. Very strong fish at Bear. So I think the walrus sticks are close to what I want. They're nowhere near what I want. I want at least double digit. Of course. So definitely gonna have to look at next steps there. But need silver to do anything about that. I am happy with the medium light rod. I think we can, while it's still small, I think we can control the fish with it pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. If I start getting a bite, I'll come back. But with how slow it is, I don't want you all just sitting here and doing nothing. I've got no problem with me doing that, but if it's not entertaining for you all, it's not worth having it in the video. So I'm going to pause for a few seconds, and if we get something, we get something. Be back in a few. Starting to see a nibble here, not too long after I paused. Come on, fishy fish. Got it. I don't think it's anything major. It's still a Bream and it's a marker Bream, but not an amazing marker Bream. 1.3. I honestly get the feeling we may have to do more of these pauses and only record the fish that we catch type of things. As we move further along, we get into the more grindy parts of the game. And I know I've said it before, my goal is to make these characters completely free to play. Yes, getting premium would help with leveling, that type of thing, but I want to avoid that if I can. at least for a while. Maybe when we get much higher level, buy some premium for a little bit. I don't know. I enjoy the free to play side of things here, though. I wanted to show that off as much as I can. And honestly, I mean, yes, it would be nice to level up more, but right now we don't have equipment to fish for much bigger fish than we are. So moving to bear or, Volkov or something like that just doesn't really make sense. Feel a bit of a sneeze coming on too, so if I move the mouse weird or don't get muted in time, I apologize. Just muted for a second there and half sneezed, but didn't actually sneeze. All right, I want to see. So far, what I've noticed is the only thing that's gotten a bite, and it's gotten 2 bites, is the garlic dough bolo-ish rod. So I'm going to put garlic dough on the bottom rod and see if anything happens. And if we get something there, I'll be happy. And I know I said this over in my spin fishing episode, but for me, I'm recording this on the 23rd of November, so Wednesday the 23rd. This will be going up on Thursday the 24th, which here in the United States is Thanksgiving. So if you're traveling, be safe, enjoy time with friends and family, enjoy some good turkey, and be safe getting home and all that as well too. So I'm not going anywhere major this year. My mom lives about 30 minutes south of me in a suburb of the same city I live in. So gonna go down there, see her tomorrow. And then I think my sister might be coming in town. She's on the other side of the state from me. And I may go see her and my mom on Saturday as well too. Obviously, depending on weather, there's a little bit of rumors out there that Saturday could be interesting, especially on the East Coast, which I'm not. I saw a nibble on this rod, but it just stopped. Almost like gravity suddenly took effect on the float. So, gonna pause again. If we get something, we get something. If we don't, I'll have to figure out something else to do, and it'll probably be a bit later before I get back to that. So we'll see how long things go. I've got something I got to do here in about 40 minutes, so gonna have to play things a bit by ear. But gonna pause, and if we get a bite, I'll come back. And we're back, and you may notice I moved. I sat there for another hour, didn't get a single bite, so came down here to the bridge. I'll show my coordinates here in a second. And before I could even get all 3 rods cast out, I had a pretty decent bite here, it looks like, on the bottom rod. So I think it was a good decision to move, at least so far. Literally saw no bites and then got a 1.5 kilo there pretty much immediately. So I'm down here on the bridge casting towards the 5-meter hole. Probably could have gone over there and done the same thing, but this has been a favorite spot of mine for a long time, so figured I'd come over here. I don't like when the rod does that. I'll usually pull it till it pops back up. And then I don't have a clip on any of the rods right now, so they're cast out as far as they possibly can go. And I do have the floats crossed, so rod 3 is on the left and rod 2 is on the right. Another good bite here. I don't think it's an as amazing of one as I thought, but it's still a fish where we weren't getting anything. Of course, it's cold out here and in the rain, so my comfort and food have dropped quite a bit. And if you're reading chat there, what it's Terracery says of if you run out of line, you'll break your reel. If you size your equipment appropriately, you will not. You should always have your line break before you break your reel. Honestly, you should have your leader be the weakest point so that you don't lose your line. At least that's my opinion on how to size your thing. My view is always have your leader, your weak point, your weakest point, then your line, then your reel, and finally your rod. And early on, use your friction brake weight. Later on, you can look up I did it. Forgot I had the floats crossed and just screwed that up. Dang. So I was saying the weight that you see on a rod or on a reel, that is the friction brake weight. There is a hidden weight called mech weight a lot of times, and Kilted Jock has a good Google spreadsheet. There's a couple other ones out there as well too that have some of the mech weights for some of the reels on it. So early game, they're pretty much the same. Late game, they are a lot of times not. You can get mech weights that are 150, 200% of the friction brake weight. So you can play with it later, but early game, you don't want to oversize your line, in my opinion. Another small bream. And then if you're telestick fishing, you definitely don't want to oversize your line because you will snap your rod like there's no tomorrow as quickly as possible. So you definitely want your telestick line to be less than the rod capacity so that if something's going to break, it's a line and or leader. I tend to use fluorocarbon line as much as I can for telestick because you can't really even use 350 meters of line because it can only be as much as the length of your telestick. Gotcha. Decent fish here. I'm gonna say that didn't look like a bream because it wasn't. Looks like some folks are pulling out some good breams. Unfortunately, not us. I'm honestly tempted to go back. There's that dock somewhere over that way. I'm tempted to go set up at again. That was fun for a while when it was hot. Get the feeling this may be a split episode where fish for a little bit now and then I got to take a break and deal with something and then come back. Usually I try and do things pretty contiguous, so one day start to stop. There's going to be times I have to split it up. And honestly, as we get to more and more of the grindy parts of the game, that may happen more. The markings on this rod and the other float are so similar that I was getting them confused there for a second. Hello, big fish. Well, I'm glad I'm recording right now. Although this feels like a common or a grassy. Common carp or grass carp. We may get to test if I have my rod set up correctly. Now we're starting to make some progress on it. like was said in chat, you can Alt F4 and not lose your fish or whatever. I don't like to do that. On snags, I'm okay with that. But on fish, if I hook into a big fish, that's the luck of it. And I'm okay with losing that fish and the equipment the fish want. Snag, I'm not a big fan of. This looks like a pretty good sized black carp, actually. It is 3 kilo black carp. Nice fish. 2,500 experience points. I did hear the bottom rod do a bit of a jingle jangle while we were chasing that, so we'll have to look at that, and also my other rod. So that one's fine. Bottom rod does have a fish on, though. There they are. Just trying to find where my floats were zoomed in. Looks like another gibble. No, it was a bream. That just shows how much fun bigger, stronger fish are. I mean, this was a... I'm looking at the wrong rod. Still looking at the wrong rod. We had 5.4 kilo line on. Wait. Yeah, 5.4 kilo reel. And that 3.5 kilo fish was just running away with it. Because it's a stronger fish. So. Another good one here. I also need to see how worn out this reel is. I don't think it's bad, but another one. This might be another black carp. Trying to use the torque on the rod to help provide some additional strain against the fish. That's why I'm not looking directly at it. I hate Xbox Game Bar. I've got the Xbox Pass and somehow just got some sort of stupid message. Probably has nothing to do with anything I care about. Looked like a Black Friday deal. But I'm sure you all heard the noise. This would be a grass carp. Get out of the water, fish. So, bring it up on land. 2.8 kilo grass carp. First one of those on Bolo. And it is time to probably call at least the fishing we're doing here for the day. 35 minutes in. What time is it? I got a little bit of time still. Let's go over to the other bridge and go carp fishing over there for a little bit to wrap up the day. So today may not be the best silver. I don't know. Those grass carp may go for a decent amount. And honestly, that black carp, I do not know the price of black carp at all. All right, so Crucian Gibble mix. I don't have a lot of good Crucian Gibble mix. I need to make more. And we'll put sweet dough on here with a 8-meter clip. I don't need to cast it out too far. How's the wear on all the components here? Basically nothing on this rod. Good. So we'll put sweet dough on. Just barely cast it out there because of how long these rods are. May actually have to adjust the depth on the floats. This got bit immediately. I didn't expect to actually catch that fish. I was saying we may have to adjust the depths on it because I saw that one laying weird. So 1.5 kilo common carp. Getting some different fish. We'll do a lot of common and grass carp fishing, especially over at there when we get there. Yep, messed that one up. So let's see if we can at least catch this fish. Nope, that fish gave up. Looks like we might have a pretty good one over on the bottom rod, though. Another common carp. This is going to be a fun one for me to guess how much silver we made today, because a lot of carp that I don't know the price all that well off of the top of my head for. Keep in mind, we already have 12 silver from 10 silver. I forgot what it was. We already have some silver. I think we had 75, and then we spent 8, so it was probably, yeah, 12 silver to that we got over at Kuori fishing roaches. So we'll see what we get here. Been a bit of a slow day, but definitely some different fish, which has been fun for at least me. I don't know about you all. Another common? Or is that a big gibble? Another common carp. Keep in mind that was a 1.8 kilo fish that didn't even register in chat. Oh, the sound of drinking tea is not good for me right now. Been drinking a big drink all day and need to take care of that here soon. And the flowing water sounds were not good there. Got a little bit of time before I want to wrap things up here, though. Ooh, that's a strong fish, and I have my friction brake higher than I should have. $3 kilo common carp. That's a good fish. 1,600 experience points, and I think that might be a good one to wrap it up on. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on that fish. So nice 3 kilo fish there at the end. So got a bit of a run to get back to town anyway. I forgot I had some laundry that I just heard finish up, so I need to go move it to the dryer. Four-legged thing got a little sick this morning. Not really sure what happened, but woke up, had a little sick to his stomach, didn't really feel bad, was running around immediately after, so typical dog things. But that's he beat my alarm clock by about 10 minutes, and that's a heck of an alarm clock to wake up to. I'm getting a phone call. I'm going to pause real quick. You won't miss me selling anything. I'll be right back for that. All right, we're back. You really didn't miss much. Obviously, it's quite a bit later. It's probably about 20 minutes later. Took the phone call and dealt with a couple of things before getting back here. So I wanted to look. We didn't get a 25-kilo common carp. We did get some good common carp, but didn't get anything for the cafe. I honestly have no idea how much silver it's going to be. I'm going to say 60, and that's just a guess. 32. Fish weren't worth nearly as much as I thought they would be. I was thinking double digits for both of those. So not the best day today, unfortunately, but we're back over 100 silver. So I'll figure out something to do tomorrow. May go. I don't want to go back to either mosquito or winding and do some roach fishing or some sleeper fishing. I don't know. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I appreciate everybody watching. We'll be back again tomorrow. Have a good one. Again, if you're in the United States and are traveling, please be safe and look forward to seeing you back here after the holiday. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks and bye-bye.